and the granddaddy of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
One, two, three.
He did it! By God, he did it! On the grandest stage of them all. This moment will live forever.
This is what you want, isn't it? 80,000 screaming WWE fans chanting your name at WrestleMania. I can see it in your eyes. You think you've got that ruthless aggression. So now you're gonna have to prove it to me. And I'm giving you the opportunity of a lifetime, because this is where stars become superstars. And superstars become legends. And that's what I expect from you, to become a legend of this business. That's your responsibility, not mine. All I can do is give you the chance. It's up to you to make the impact. I want you to make it back here to the showcase of the Immortals. To WrestleMania. You're gonna have to beat the best. The best from Raw and the best from SmackDown. And this year, I'm bringing back the Tribe of Extreme. The new breed will be on leash. Because I'm bringing back EZW. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Hey, champ, this is the coach, Mr. McMahon's executive assistant in charge of Raw. Now listen, Backlash is only a month away, and I'm counting on you to carry the pay-per-view. If you can't do that, I'll find another superstar who can handle the pressure.
I've got some advice for you, champ. You've got a championship, and I expect you to defend it vigorously. And if the competition's too stiff for you, we've got an entire locker room of superstars who would be happy to take over.
Uh-oh, here comes Armando.
You should think real hard before opening your big mouth, champ.
What the hell?
You say you want to make an impact?
Wait, that's the other #1 contender.
Guess I beat you to the punch, champ.
Well, that's one sick way to tenderize a piece of meat.
Umaga said that he'll kick you and all your friends' asses next time. Oh yeah, he also said that you're ugly. Haha.
Oh, please, please, please pick up. He's after me. He says he's going to use me to send a message to you. I don't even know what that means. I can't get out of...
Oh my gosh! There's Melina! She's all tied up. But who would have done this?
Hang on, I'll untie you.
What's going on? My God! A 2-on-1 assault against the champion.
I wanted to give you a present for the other night.
I don't believe it. It was all a damn setup. Sure seems that way, JR. The quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job. Ugh. That went nowhere.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King.
Oh.
Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that. Superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. Look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig!
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting. I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. This isn't ballet. Ruthless aggression is the name of the game. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
You talk. Look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do. And there it is. The FU. What an impact.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right. He's going for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
Man, look at the size of Umar.
The match is over, but I believe the champion's true test lies ahead of him.
No doubt about it. This wasn't anything more than a distraction.
Between this match and the backstage assault we saw earlier, I wonder how much the champ has left.
It sure has been a bad week for the champ, and Backlash is still a month away.
He's got no choice but to fight with everything he's got.
That comes with being the champ, JR, and there's always plenty of superstars ready to take your place.
That was a very stupid thing you did, amigo. Umaga does not care about your championship, but he will become the, como se dice, #1 contender, just to tear you apart. My name is Armando Alejandro Estrada, and I got a message from the Samoan bulldozer, Umaga. He wants to, como se dice, settle your differences in the ring. So if you got the cojones, he will see you out there.
We're only a few weeks away from Backlash. Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler at ringside, and tonight the champ is looking to eliminate a rival.
He's got to do something. He's got two of Raw's biggest superstars after his championship.
That comes with being the champion. Everyone wants a shot at you.
And they'll take any part of you that they can get. I wish him luck, because he's going to need it. If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Can you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, just...
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat. You're not going to get him with that one. He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be! Not the FU!
He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
2, 3.
This has gone beyond.
The champ is showing no signs of backing down.
I think he's got more heart than brains, JR.
He certainly needs to choose his next move carefully.
Absolutely. I don't think the champ can handle this monster by himself.
But who in their right mind would cross him?
I don't know. Maybe the champ's got to fight fire with fire.
Amigo, I got the opportunity of a lifetime for you. Your opponent is, como se dice, the thorn in all of our sides, see? I'll give you the chance to work with Umaga to get rid of him. You got my word, amigo. If you accept this generous offer, Umaga will not harm you. For now.
With less than 2 weeks to go until Backlash, sparks will fly here tonight. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry Lawler. And we're hearing rumors that the champion has been offered an alliance.
And he'd better take it. Nobody could survive long against his two rivals.
It does seem like the champ's luck is changing. But is it too good to be true?
Don't be so cynical, JR. Besides, what choice does he have?
There aren't many superstars as diversely talented as John Cena. He's as good in the ring as he is on the microphone, and that's saying something.
I won't argue with you about Cena's mic skills. He sure can't talk a good game. But when it comes right down to it, I don't think he can back it up.
King, you're as crazy as a pet coon. Did you happen to notice how many times Cena's worn gold around his waist? Seems to me like he's got no problem putting his money.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious.
This could be a pinfall.
1, 2, 3.
Man, look at the size of him.
Somehow, the champ has survived yet another onslaught.
Yeah, but if he was a cat, I'd say his 9 lives are about up.
We know the GM wants him to rest up next week for Judgment Day.
Good. He should. But I doubt he will.
You might be right. He didn't earn that championship by taking time off.
He sure didn't. He's got to keep the pressure on all the way to Backlash.
What the hell do you think you're doing? I don't want to see alliances. I want to see a champion who is ruthless. So put one of those animals down.
Backlash is this Sunday. This is Oklahoma's own Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler. And tonight, the #1 contender will be decided.
And this is huge, JR. If anyone wants to make an impact before Backlash, tonight's the night.
And with the champion not scheduled for a match, you have to wonder how he'll make his presence felt.
I don't know, but he better do something. You don't hold on to the championship by sitting on your butt.
I would hate to have to get between these two animals.
It's not going to be pretty, JR. They're going to tear each other apart, just like they've done to the champion.
Well, speak of the devil.
Oh my gosh! Who's going to control this match now?
There's no controlling these animals. This is absolute chaos. He's absolutely furious, and he's got every right to be.
Of course he does. The champ cheated him out of his title match.
The champ came to take out his rival, and that's exactly what he did.
You might not approve of his methods, but sometimes that's what it takes.
He still wants to get his hands on the champ.
Well, that's too bad for him. He had his chance, and he blew it.
What up, champ? I hope you ain't too attached to that championship, because it's mine come Backlash. And you try and pull anything between now and then, I'm gonna take away everything you care about, especially your championship belt.
¿Qué pasa one last time, champ? Or is it chump? Too bad you don't know till you're all busted up that I pull these strings on both of them. Me, Armando Alejandro Estrada. Big joke on you. But that's the way we crumbled your cookie, ha-ha.
Backlash is here.
And the champ's gonna have his hands full with this animal.
I have to believe he's up to the task.
And I have to believe he'll be lucky to walk out of here tonight.
It's the champion versus the monster, and it's all going to be settled here tonight.
He countered that one perfectly. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars...
Oh, here we go. What a jerk. How about continuing the match?
I don't think he's in any hurry to end this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either.
Oh, no. This is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? And it's been reversed.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR. Oh, man! That's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on. You talk about the future of WWE, and you're looking at it in John Cena.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it. I know it. And all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans, and quite frankly, I find him to have more character than many so-called respectable superstars.
There's a difference between entertaining the fans.
He did it! He retained the championship!
I don't believe it. I never thought he'd pull it off.
And here he goes, adding a little insult to injury.
Or a little injury to injury.
I think he's sending a message to every other potential contender out there.
No doubt about it. And I think it's being received loud and clear.
Wow, he's really rubbing it in.
Good for him. You can't tell me his opponent would have done any different.
Looks like you came out of your title defense in one piece. Congratulations. Savor that victory, because it only gets tougher from here on out.
Hey, I asked our GM to let me manage you this week. But I'm not just interested in a professional relationship. Things haven't been going well with my man-and-me lately, and I think you're the one for me. I just don't know how I should handle it. What do you think I should do?
Vengeance might be 2 months away, but Raw's on fire tonight. Jim Ross with Jerry the King Lawler at ringside. And King, it sounds like we've got a little love triangle going on.
I think it's a disgrace for our champion to be carrying on with another superstar's woman like this.
I'm not sure it's as cut and dried as that, King.
I don't know who to believe, but I do know that I trust this guy about as far as I can throw him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raw Action, coming to you live from Omaha, Nebraska. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
Omaha couldn't be more excited to host Raw tonight, and we couldn't be any more excited to be here.
You can say that again, King. This capacity crowd has given us a great welcome, and I'm sure Raw superstars will show their appreciation for that. I tell you, King.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat. There aren't many superstars as diverse.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. He's a slippery devil.
What an... There he goes, JR! He's been busted open! Look at blood.
Would you at least try and not sound so gleeful, King? This is serious.
You're darn right it's serious, JR. It's deadly serious. All's fair in love and war, and this is definitely a war.
You talk about the future of WWE, and you're looking at it in John Cena.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it, I know it, and all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans, and quite frankly, I find him to have more character than many so-called respectable superstars.
There's a difference between entertaining the fans and setting a bad example, JR.
I don't have any earthly idea what you're...
He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be! Not the FU!
This could be a pinfall.
1, 2, 3.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard.
The champ is still in possession of the title that his opponent craved.
Yeah, but I think his opponent's got something the champ wants too.
Are you sure about that? Because during the match, it sure looked like...
Stop trying to stir up trouble. Maybe she's just a little confused.
She's not the only one. This looks like the start of a love triangle to me.
I think you've been reading too many romance magazines, JR.
Yeah, so I figured it's only a matter of time before that gold's around mine.
I'm not sure the champ was meant to hear that.
What are you doing with her? And you've got the nerve to accuse me of fooling around?
Whoa, hold on. Calm down.
Stop it!
So that's your idea of a real man, huh? Come on, we're leaving.
I can't believe it, JR. The #1 contender just laid out the champ.
I heard about your backstage brawl with your #1 contender, and I wasn't happy about it. I can't afford for either of you to get hurt before Vengeance. I want you two to stay away from each other this week. Understand?
With Vengeance still almost 2 months away, things are really heating up on Raw. This is the old Oklahoma Center Jim Ross here with Jerry Lawler at ringside, and the champ is looking for revenge tonight.
Yeah, the #1 contender ambushed him earlier this week and made him look like a sucker.
And that assault has motivated other potential contenders to step up and challenge the champ.
That means the champ's got to send a message to the locker room tonight. Boy, it must burn you up to see a cocky young superstar like Nitro do so well here in the WWE, JR.
I think everyone should get what they deserve, King. Nitro deserves to be rewarded for his athletic ability. But if he keeps walking around like he's God's gift to sports entertainment, I think he deserves to be proven wrong. There aren't many superstars as... No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what...
Look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do. And there it is. The FU. What an impact.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure.
He's going for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
I tell you, King, sometimes...
Oh, man. How did I know we'd be seeing him here tonight?
If you ask me, the champ's lucky he waited until after the match.
I think the champion is inviting him into the ring.
And I, for one, would love to see that cheating dirtbag get his due.
It seems like he's thought better of it, and thank goodness for that.
Speak for yourself. I can't wait for those two to go head-to-head again.
So Mr. McMahon wants to put us in a mixed tag team match, huh? Perfect. See, I've got a new lady in my life these days, and she's gonna help me get a little payback on you and that cheating witch.
I was talking to one of these superstars before the show, and they let me in on a little secret strategy we're planning for tonight.
And that strategy was?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret, now would it? Gee.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
I say you pay more attention to whoever you're squaring off with and leave the fans alone until the match is won.
The Sandman has definitely earned his nickname of the Extreme Icon.
This drunk has been in some of the biggest fights and wildest matches in ECW. You know, I had no idea things would go the way they have here tonight.
You said it, partner. Neither did I.
Yeah, but I'm smarter than you, so basically it means more when I say it.
It sure was a long, strange trip to get these superstars to square off like this.
And you've got the psychological edge right over him.
That's true, but I can't help but be concerned for his physical well-being after a shot like that. These competitors seem a little tentative in there.
You took the bumps and bruises they did, you would be too.
I guess you're right, partner. Every time you go to inflict punishment, there's a chance it'll be inflicted on you instead.
We're just over a month away from vengeance. This is your barbecue-loving friend, good old JR, here with the king at ringside, and what a main event we have for you tonight.
It's a vengeance preview with the champ versus the #1 contender.
And the addition of their significant others makes this a mixed tag team match.
Nothing gets a man more fired up than a beautiful woman at his side. This is going to be intense.
You talk about the future of WWE, and you're looking at it in John Cena.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it. I know it. And all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans, and quite frankly, I find him to have more character than many so-called respectable superstars.
There's a difference between entertaining the fans and setting a bad example, JR.
I don't have any earthly idea what you're talking about, King. I think Cena sets a great example for our fans and superstars alike.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
I'm so happy that we have a superstar like Edge on the Raw roster. Someone who sets goals for himself and doesn't let anything stop him from reaching them. He's a great role model for young fans.
He's a terrific role model, all right. Edge is a real humanitarian. A guy who...
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way. And I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. I certainly question some of Candace's techniques from time to time, but there's no denying that she's got a fierce competitive spirit and some serious athlete. There's the tag. That's the way to do it.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. I think this crowd has decided to exercise their right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR.
Boy, I'll tell you, that Tori Wilson is one hot mamacita.
Well, I'm glad to see those Spanish lessons are really paying off for you there, Kingfish.
You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No, but having the crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline pumping. Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King.
What an intense, emotional match that was.
We call that couples counseling, WWE style.
And from the looks of these two, they make one heck of a team.
Yeah, in and out of the ring from what I'm hearing.
Well, I guess the rumors are true. They're an item after all.
Sure, this week. But she seems like a lady who has a hard time making up her mind.
Hi there. Listen, I don't know how to say this, but I think I might have made a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have left him. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'll talk to you later. Hi, it's me. Look, I think it would be a good idea if I got my stuff back. I'm pretty sure I left something in your dressing room. Let me know when I can come by and get it, okay?
We're only a month away from vengeance. This is Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler welcoming you to Raw, where it seems our champion's complicated love life has gotten even more convoluted.
And I can't believe the champ's letting himself get distracted like this going into a title defense.
And to make matters worse, his lady friend might be going back to her ex, the #1 contender.
I guess we'll see if the champ's letting the pressure get to him tonight.
There aren't many superstars as diversely talented as John Cena. He's as good in the ring as he is on the microphone, and that's saying something.
I won't argue with you about Cena's mic skills. He sure can't talk a good game. But when it comes right down to it, I don't think he can back it up.
King, you're as crazy as a pet coon. Did you happen to notice how many times Cena's worn gold around his waist? Seems to me like he's got no problem. Ugh.
Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments to his credit. I think he's got every right to be proud.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Pride goes before a fall. And from the looks of things, John Cena's got a heck of a fall ahead of him.
Oh my, he's bleeding! That's an unfortunate side effect of this very physical competition.
An unfortunate side effect? JR, this is what it's all about. Beating your opponent to a pulp.
I'd like to think there's a little bit more to it than that, King. These are professional athletes, not street thugs.
There's the reversal. Ugh.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career. The quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone. He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be! Not the FU!
He countered that, and
he could pin him right here, JR.
1, 2, 3.
The word giant gets thrown around a lot.
Here we go again. What's this guy's problem?
His problem is that the champ's been leaving threatening messages for his girl.
Now, wait a minute. Whoever said she was his girl anyway?
I'm just saying what I've heard. And I've heard they've been spending time together.
Well, whatever the case, I think he just needs to let it go.
You make this sound like it's all his fault. Don't you see that he's the victim here?
I hope last week taught you that there's someone out there who will look out for my feelings even if you won't. You should have treated me better, because Payback and I have something in common. We both can be a real...
We are less than 1 month away from vengeance. This is good old JR, Jim Ross, here with Jerry Lawler at ringside. And we've yet to hear who the champ will face tonight.
In his current state of mind, he'd better hope he's got the night off.
He's certainly been distracted lately, perhaps too distracted to mount a serious defense of his championship.
If you let yourself get distracted by a woman or anything else, you don't deserve it.
All I'm saying is my hotel room's right down the street from the arena.
No, thank you.
What, you got something to say to me?
My God, it's the damn #1 contender.
He just suckered the champ again.
That was perfect. That idiot didn't even see it coming.
Oh, please. This is all her fault.
Oh, will you stop? It's more about the #1 contender and his equally cold-blooded friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big, raw welcome from Cheese Country, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
These Milwaukee fans are incredible, JR. I've never seen a crowd as fired up as this one is here tonight.
That's because they know they're about to see the greatest superstars in sports entertainment, King, the superstars of Raw.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. Oh my, this is not what those ring ropes were meant to be used for.
Well, all's fair in love and war, JR. But after this, I don't think there's going to be a lot of loving in this superstar's future.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, you'd all be out of it.
Genius, JR. As soon as
he's all fired up now, King. And I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
Oh, boy. The adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I loved it. He could pin him right here, JR.
1, 2, 3.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not...
That performance might have raised his profile around here.
Yeah, and if he winds up being a contender, the champ's got no one to blame but himself.
I can only imagine that the champ must be reaching his breaking point.
He's being pulled in too many different directions at once. He needs to focus.
You're absolutely right. His championship won't defend itself.
And there are plenty of superstars who'd love to take it from him.
Your time's almost up, champ. And the sad thing is, you don't even know it. But you will soon, I promise.